Alright guys, so helping you with your creative task to create an advert using this image. Um, what we're going to do is, first of all, we have the layer here, so we're going to duplicate that. So we're going to Command J. Oh, no we're not. Yes we are. So we've duplicated the layer. You can't see anything different on the screen, but it's just because if we do anything to this layer, then we always have a backup. So there's a couple of ways to help target the colour on this trainer. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use the colour range technique. So if we go select colour range, and then what you'll see is we have a black and white image here, and we have the fuzziness here. Okay, and what we want to do is target these oranges. So what I'm going to do is select an orange. Probably from here you can see the little eyedropper tool. I'm going to select an orange here, and I'm going to increase the fuzziness, and you can see it's revealing more and more of the orange in here. Once I've done that, I'm just going to check that, and then you can see it's selected where Photoshop can read the orange. At this point, what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit the B for the brush tool, and I'm going to go to my colour palette, and I can select any colour that I like. So I will go a nice pinky sort of red, just for illustration purposes, and then I'll just click and I will colour in all the selected area. So as you can see, we're addressing all of the orange areas in the image. Okay, once I've done that, I'm just going to hit Command and D for deselect, and you can see here that a little bit of orange is still showing, and on here a little bit. So I'm just going to go select, reselect, and I'm just going to colour in those areas as much as I can, and hit deselect again. At this point we can go into our blend modes, and then I'm just going to go down, pop that on colour, and you can see that sort of brings some of the texture of the product back. The other thing we can do is also adjust the opacity, but you can see as we do that we reveal more and more of the orange. So that's one way of changing the colour. I'm just going to turn the eyeball off, and then we're going to start again. I'm going to duplicate this image and show you a different method. Possibly the more accurate method of doing this would be to go into your adjustment layers, which are up here. On the top right, I'm going to select a hue and saturation layer, and then here I'm going to go into the yellows, and then what that does, that tells Photoshop to select all of the yellow areas. And what I can do at this point is I can adjust this hue and saturation, and you can see it does a pretty good job of targeting all of those yellow areas. Okay, so this is the hue slider, obviously, so we can see the colour changing. We can also adjust the saturation, so we can make it quite a bleak sort of colour, or we can really make those colours pop possibly a little bit too much, but you can adjust that to your heart's content. And finally we have the lightness tool, so again we can make that quite dark, and we can lighten that up a little bit. Okay, so I hope that helps with one of your creative tasks. Please feel free to pop any questions in the comments. Cheers, bye.